So I finally went on my first real estate wholesale deal appointment, and I'm gonna explain to you guys literally kind of what list it was from and how I even was able to schedule this appointment, what prospecting methods I used to be able to, reach out to the property owner. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And for you guys that don't know me, my name is Stephanie Kabidi. I'm a real estate agent in the state of Pennsylvania, but I also been focusing on real estate wholesaling. I love the business, and it's crazy how excited I get to do more of the wholesaling stuff than the real estate agent stuff, but I'm also just going to be doing both just because to be able to succeed and get to a higher level in life, I know that you have to have different streams of income, and real estate agent is one of them. Being a wholesale will be another one, and then also utilizing social media. But for today's video, I want to go over how I got my first appointment for real estate wholesaling, what I did to be able to get that, and maybe this will help you to get your first appointment as well. Okay, so I'm gonna get right into this just because this may help you guys right after you're watching this video. Maybe you want to go and take some action and get your first wholesale deal. So I want to tell you guys the list I pulled it from. And if you guys haven't watched my last wholesaling video, check it out right here because I went over the list that I pulled it from. I just didn't go over the specific area I pulled it from, but the way I filtered my list out, that was basically the same way I did for getting this deal. So go ahead and check out that video if you haven't already. But for you guys that don't know my method about what I'm doing to be able to get in front of these sellers and talk to them, have that conversation, the first thing I'm starting off is with cold calling, and I make sure to track everything. I recently created a Google spreadsheet, so it made everything a whole lot easier, and I'm gonna show it with you guys just so you guys can, see what I'm doing and maybe try this out and it can help you as well. Okay, so I just pulled up my Google spreadsheet right here, and I want to just be transparent with you guys as possible for ones out there that are working on getting their first wholesale deal just like myself. So as you guys can see on the screen here, I just have my potential leads, and this is where I put everyone in here. I just blocked it out just for, all that information, but got the first name, last name, address, the mailing address. I have the lead type, whether it's, an absentee owner, whether it's a vacant property, whether it's tax delinquent, pre-foreclosures, you name it. If it's a dead lead or a good lead, and then this is where I'll mark it just to see if it's a dead lead after I cold call, then I won't send a text and I won't send mail. If it's a good lead after I cold called, then I'll make sure not to send a text or send mail, and I make sure to put additional comments, and then say I cold call, I'll just put yes or no. Say I sent a text, yes or no, and I'll do this to see until it's a good lead or a dead lead, because I want to just see if they still haven't responded, then I'm gonna send a text. If they still haven't responded to the text, then I'm gonna send mail. If they still haven't responded to the mail, then I'm gonna probably start the process over again. I figured that out just because I sent my mail a couple of days ago, and I know it may take a week or so just for them to get it. So it may take some time for me to get a response, but if I don't get a response, I'm gonna figure out a way to go back through this list and do it to the best of my ability to be able to get someone on the phone so that I can know if it's gonna be a good lead or a dead lead. Now I have additional comments here. It could be anything, anything with the property, anything that I need to document about the seller, I'll just put that there. And then if the appointment's set, and I didn't put anything further if the offer price or anything like that. Still trying to figure everything out, but so far this has been really good for me, and I highly recommend you guys try something out like this and let me know how it goes. But in regards to this lead, I cold called them, no answer. It was either a wrong number or, no pickup left, and I didn't leave voicemails. So I don't leave voicemails when I cold call because that would take so much time, and I would get a call back not knowing what property is this for, and it would make stuff a whole lot harder. So I cold called them, no pickup, and then I sent a text, and I'm gonna share with you guys the text I sent. And I gotta block some things out just because of the address and everything like that. but I sent the text and he responded. So I was pretty surprised about that. But all I said was, hey, his name, my name is Stephanie. My partner and I are looking to buy in that zip code. How much would you consider selling your address for? All right, and then after I said that, he just said $110,000. So I was like, okay. And I said, thank you for your response. And are you able to give me more information about the property and the condition so we can evaluate the repair costs? He just said, as is. So I said, okay, so we do purchase our properties in as is condition since our main thing is remodels, and we can pay closing costs to make the process easier for you. And then I also said, how soon were you thinking of selling it? He said, well, I have to find homes for my 3 cats that live there right now, and I have 7 that live in the big 40 by 14 shed outside, hoping to do this by the end of August. So I'm like, all these cats, geez, like that's crazy. The crazy thing is, as well, is I'm allergic to cats. So I'll tell you what else, you know, went on this appointment. But the next thing he said, I have 4 sheds and a garage. So I said, we'd love to help, so we can definitely find home for your cats if you like. You know, you're a problem solver as a wholesaler. So not sure how I'm gonna find these cats a home, but I'm gonna do it, you know? So he said, sure. And then I just said, we'll try our best, and is there a day and time I can send someone from our company to look at the property? He just said that would be great. We had them since they were kittens, and all of them were from someone in the neighborhood. So you could see that he's really tied to his cats, really has that, you know, emotional tie to them. So I make sure to kind of build rapport around that. As like a cat lover myself, even though I'm allergic to cats, I don't pet cats, you know, I love kittens, can't pet them, but I'm a dog lover, you know, so people love their pets, so try to build rapport from that. I just said, that's awesome, we'll definitely reach out to people we know, and what would be a great day that works for you? Because the first time I asked, he didn't say anything, so I kind of put the question back on him again. And then I'll have to put this part out, but he was just saying if I went by this high school that's around the house, and I said, yeah, all the time, we drive around that area a lot. And then he also said any day after 1 p.m. would work for him. So I said, how's tomorrow at 3 p.m.? And then he was talking more about the school district as well, so that's why I'm blocking this part out. And then I said, yeah, we love that school district. And out of nowhere, he just started talking about his family, which was like perfect because they're opening up more. And that's what you want the sellers to do. The more they talk, the more they open up to you, the easier you can build that rapport with them. So he was telling me about his mom and dad, that they taught there. And I said, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. How'd they like it? So just asking like more questions to build even more rapport, build that relationship there. And then he was telling me how long he lived at the property. And then I said, here, you guys can see this part. I just said, it must have been a great place. Has it stayed in the family? And then I said, I'll let our team member know about meeting you at the property at 3 p.m. tomorrow. If that sounds good, they can discuss more there and how we can help. And I just put that message there again, just to make sure everything is confirmed and that we're going to meet tomorrow. So he said, sounds good, tomorrow at 3. I said, great, looking forward to meeting you then. And then it was the next day, I met with this other investor on a Zoom call and telling him about like what was going on, how I'm gonna be on my first wholesale appointment. And he told me, he was like, ask if he would like coffee. So I was like, okay. So I confirmed the appointment the next day. It was the day of, and I just said, hi, his name, I look forward to seeing you at 3 p.m. If you'd like, I can bring some coffee too. And he said, sure, that would be nice. Of course. And I said, of course, what kind would you like? And then we just went there, and that was basically it. So like, I didn't realize that just bringing coffee, asking if they would like coffee, would make a difference. And it kind of made everything a little bit easier. So I recommend you guys try that out. I'm gonna start utilizing that with all my, appointments from now on. If they would like coffee, I just went to Turkey Hill, picked up something, and then went on with the appointment. So after that, you know, I went to the appointment, got my notebook. I'm trying to think what else I took. I just took this, like, this notebook here. And I think that was it. You know, the coffee, you know, of course my phone. But that was it. Went up, talked to him, and super open. Like, the conversation just flowed. It was all good. Drinking coffee. And then he was showing me some of his cats there. And you could see that the property, oh, it needed a lot of repairs, okay? So the whole inside was like full of stuff. So that is, you know, a major thing. And then I didn't realize how big the garages were. 3-car garage, so that was a lot too. Another in a shed. So he was just explaining me about everything, and then we went in the one shed, showed me all his cats, and man, it was a lot of cats. And like I said, I'm allergic to cats, so I had my mask on, and man, I was just trying so hard not to sneeze. I know I started to get like a headache, and usually when I'm around cats, like, I'm just sneezing constantly, but I didn't pet any of them. And I still showed that I cared for him, you know. But after he showed me all the cats, and just for you cat lovers out there, he has them in a shed and air conditioner, everything. Like, he set it up really nice for them so that they're all good and they have their food in there. But then we went into the other garages, showed me all the stuff in there, so much stuff. We were talking throughout the whole thing, and then we went into the house. I was just asked, would it be okay if I take photos and videos just for my other team members so we can, you know, calculate the repairs? He was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So I was taking pictures as we went through. I was also taking notes as he was speaking on things. And then after we went through the whole property, he was just like pointing out some things about like some memories he had, and I would kind of dig deeper with that to even build the relationship even more, and that would really help. So I highly recommend you guys try that out. Just keep, you know, asking questions, but also have them talk about, you know, certain pictures they may like point out and stuff like that. But after we went in the house, took pictures, we went back outside, he was showing me the backyard, and then that's when I started asking other questions like, do you have any, you know, do you owe any taxes, any liens on the property? Do you have a mortgage? And that's when he, you know, straight up opened with me that it's free and clear, which is great, but there is a lien, $88,000, and then there's a taxes around $6,000. All right, so that's pretty tight. But remember when I told you guys that in the text messages he said 110, and I didn't even, when we were there at the property, I didn't even negotiate. I didn't do anything, you know, because I wanted to come back and run the numbers and do all that stuff. But when we were at the property, he was like, you know, I just want to get rid of it for 100. All right, so he already went down 10,000, and he's in it, you know, 88,000 in liens plus another 6,000 in taxes. So, you know, $94,000 and wanting 100,000. After that, you know, the conversation ended well. I told him I'll reach out to him the next day to discuss everything and what our team was able to do. And when I went home, ran the numbers, talked with another investor that's been helping me out, it was like tough because the ARV, the after repair value, came to around 180. And I'm gonna put the numbers up right here of how I calculated everything. And I did it at a percentage of 20% discount for the investor. Usually they like 25%, but every investor is different. So I put it at a 20% discount, and then I realized that the repairs may be around a $40,000 repair, a rehab budget. So that's what I put it at. And then it would have been tough for me to make $10,000. Like, I could not even make $10,000. So I put $5,000 as the wholesale fee. And, you know, with cats being in the house, you gotta literally tear up everything, the floors, you gotta redo the walls just because of the smell, and that's a lot of work as well. So as you guys can see right here, the calculator I use, 180 for the ARV, 80% for the discount right there. It would be 20% discount, and then wholesale fee 5,000, repair costs $40,000. My offer price would be $99,000. So I started at $95,000 just because we needed more room, and it would have been more tough for an investor to, you know, want it. Even though it's in a great area, you know, the location is great. It's just that price and getting it at a right price to make at least $5,000 from it. So offered him $95,000, which is only $5,000 below his offer price. So after I did that, he prefers texting, so I just text him everything. After I texted him like how we came to our price and everything like that, he didn't respond. And by the time of that, because I thought like everything was gonna be good after I left meeting him at the appointment, just because everything was just so chill and so cool. So automatically I was like, okay, I need to find cash buyers in this area, just because, you know, if this deal gets locked up tonight or tomorrow, I need to be able to send this out right away. So right away I went on Facebook groups, different ones, local ones in the area. They're just like investor groups. I joined like almost all of them, and I said looking for cash buyers in this specific area. And then I got a whole bunch of comments saying you know, I'm interested. Got also Facebook messengers having people saying they're interested and let them know about the deal. So had a whole bunch of cash buyers reach out to me, but I still haven't had this deal locked up. I'm literally waiting right now. It's like a waiting game with this specific seller, just because I sent everything out to him, but he has not responded back to me yet. I'm waiting to see what he says. Does he want to go through with this? Does he not? Because like his taxes are just constantly building up. So like I don't know. We're just waiting this out, and while I am waiting this out to see if this is a deal or not, will I make $5,000 or not, we'll see. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm also going to be working on getting more deals done, because you don't just want to focus on one thing and just hope for this to happen. You want to focus on, you know, just keep going, building that momentum. And like I said, I went on my first wholesale appointment, so this really helped and just gave me the experience. Even though if this deal doesn't go through, it gave me that experience of, okay, this is how you should be speaking with the seller. Okay, this is what you need to be taking notes on. And then if I missed anything, just go back and it will prepare me for my next wholesale appointment. So that's why I'm super thankful. I was so excited to go on my first wholesale appointment and can't wait for the many more to come. But I hope this video gave you some value in any way, you know, whether it's the Google spreadsheet or how I calculated everything. And if it did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Go subscribe if you're not subscribed. Turn that bell button on so you guys never miss an upload. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.